Hello. Alright, I've had an hour break. I've come back for the second, for the afternoon session here in the Nikkei. I was looking potentially to be a buyer of the Nikkei, as it's now testing this channel line twice, finding support. Kind of double bottom, potentially. I was just going to hold off a fraction until the afternoon session actually starts so that I'm not placing trades during the break. See what happens, but I think pretty sort of pretty weak from the bulls, but um, allowing all this just before the break. The bears still have not made a new low of the day. Some trading, some movement during the break, which I did not expect. Up and down. I thought typically market slows down during the break because they say there's no trading allowed. It looks like I probably should have bought already. Put myself in a good position for a potential rally, but I'll just be patient. Yeah. That could have been my signal to go long. This bar here. I had a bit of lunch, some bread and avocado, but my stomach sometimes gets a bit upset if I eat too much bread. Maybe I missed my opportunity here. I'm just going to buy the market. The exact high, apparently. Special. Good job. gonna buy again here. Thing is that my position has improved a little bit. It seems to be going up again. I got 2 positions underwater. Trying to think about what to do with this. Yep, it's not looking good. Doesn't look like it's going to improve now. I'm just going to have to close it. Fuck's sake. It's really hard to believe that I could be struggling so much with this market. It's really difficult to believe. Fuck's sake. Fuck. I just have to manage my risk there. Just can't let it go. Sensing a potential big push to this swing high up here, maybe a little bit higher, but just not good because it was trading above the prior bar high on the 15-minute chart. There, I thought, yeah, possible big push up. Then sellers stepped in above. So if bears are selling, maybe I should be selling. Try another long position here. Just gotta jump off the computer for a second. Okay, I'm here. I do need to input a stop loss. Below this low. Below this bear bar. I'm just going to buy again, hoping for another breakout. I'm ready to close again on another screen if I see something I really hate. Probably don't want to let it hit my stop, but just wondering if the bulls can get something going off this double test of this trend line or the channel line. Maybe get a push higher, new high of the day, something, I don't know. I'm going to take profit here. That was the target of my initial two entries that I kind of pussied out of, but I just feel as though I have to do some money management in this situation where I'll show my trades for the day. Sometimes when I don't do this kind of money management where I try to sort of even out my balance. I get into a situation where I'm just like get a bit panicked. So that was the two entries that I closed where I took a loss, and this was the last one. And these are my morning's trades down here. So there's a little bit in profit, and then suddenly I was losing, and then suddenly I have the chance to make a little bit more profit and offset my earlier loss. And that's why I closed. It's sort of money management. I don't want to have profit and never take it and just take losers. But my thinking was that coming off two bounces of this, a double bottom, another long signal here on the 5-minute chart, I thought, yeah, I should try to enter long because it looks like the market's going up now. Found some support and could go up and could even make a new high of the day. But I think I need to manage my regardless of what the market is doing. I need to, on a difficult day like this where nothing is going easy, I need to manage my money and try to preserve as what little profit I have, as opposed to hoping for big things to happen. You know, yesterday was a day that seemed a little bit easier. The market sort of went down a little bit. Oh, sorry, it opened here. It went up a little bit, and then it printed some sell signals, and then it just got follow through. And people who shorted, maybe if I shorted, they have just been having some follow through and just holding. Who knows? It would have been easy to make money here in the shorts. But on a day like this where it's a big trading range, like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. Does it really make sense to hope for big things to happen here? Well, the market's telling me for the whole day nothing big is happening. It's just the trading range. So, yeah, I just need to do money management and preserve what little I have. So, and be grateful that I'm not making a loss. And, that I'm making something out of this day, which is really difficult. But yeah, I'm sure that I'm not the only trader struggling with what's happening today. And I was just thinking about this on my break. It could just be a symptom of the fact that there's CPI coming out tonight in America. Maybe the market's just in waiting mode. I often see that when big news is coming out. The market just waits until an hour before the US session when the news comes out and then does something. Yeah. So it could be just that. What does happen other times that I've noticed is the market will get taken up so that it can be sold off in the news. But you can still trade that move up if it does happen, a bull trend. But that doesn't seem to be happening today. And also like I think tomorrow might be a good day because a lot of times after the news comes out is when the real trend tends to develop. That the following day after big news day, and CPI is definitely one of the biggest news uh, regarding the markets. So see how tomorrow goes, but I'll just calculate what I'm doing today, how I'm going in terms of my balance. That's been my humble gain for the day. And for the week, it's been about $1,400, or just under $1,500. Yesterday I had a better day. Made about 900. Had a slightly easier time. Was short for a bit yesterday. But when I look at the price action of today, I'm not even that upset, you know. I'm not even that upset that I'm sort of having humble gains, small gains, because it's very easy, and this has happened to me in the past, in a market that's like this, to just take continuous losses. If you're hoping for big things, just end up taking continuous losses. If you're hoping for a big trend to develop, you short it here, and now you're losing. Yeah. You go long here, and then you're losing. You go long up here somewhere, you're trapped. It's easy, very, very easy for things to get out of control in a market like this. Um, that has happened to me in the past, and I remember that so well. One day when I was trading the DAX, I was living in Europe. So stupid when you think about it. But I just remember like for 3 hours I'm trying to take trades and I'm just taking continuous losses. And then 3, 4 hours later, I switch it to the 1 hour chart and I just see it was basically see, it was like this. It was like this here. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? You have no perspective of what's going on. If you would have just zoomed out onto the larger time frame, you would have seen that nothing is happening in the market. Nothing at all is happening. Why are you trying to trade this? So end up learning expensive lessons like that. But yeah, so I'm not too upset about being up a little bit on a day like this. I mean, it's almost 2%. It's nothing to scoff at. Being up about $500. I mean, I'm trading a $30,000 account, so it's almost 2%. But it's certainly not like what you see like YouTube traders and stuff. I mean, I guess this video is on YouTube, but those ones that are selling courses and they're flying around in helicopters and driving around in Lamborghinis. They're trying to sell you a sort of a fake reality of trading. This is the reality of trading. Like, you come in expecting and being hopeful that you're going to be able to position yourself for potential bull trend day or bear trend day, and then you get hit in the head with the reality of a fucking trading range like this. And you're just like, yeah, this is the reality of trading. It's just, Sometimes it's just not easy. Yeah. Closed at 67, which was here. 67 is where I closed my entry, my last two entries. So you sort of think like, oh, maybe I should have held for a bit more, but it doesn't really seem to be really with any great deal of conviction breaking out above this high right now. Not yet, anyway. So maybe it was a decent target to have. I only wish that I'd sort of... Actually, I don't wish that I'd held my first two entries. The ones where I took the loss. Yeah, I don't wish that I did that. Because more often than not, I'd have been stopped out for a complete loss. And no, I'm happy that I reacted there. And I still reacted to try and get long again. That's good. No, I'm happy with how I was behaving in that. I will analyze it when I review my videos, but yeah, nonetheless, I always tell myself, like, if it starts really moving against you and printing bear bars closing near their low and then trading below them, you need to react. You need to react to that. You can't just be a deer in headlights and just let it hit your stop. Because I think these market makers, these big institutions, what part of what they rely on is printing you something that looks amazing, and you're just like, yeah, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. Pull back, it's going up now, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. And then you're just incapable and too slow to react to the fact that it's not going up anymore. Then it moves against you. Like, yeah, that's one thing I've learned is that they rely on our slowness, on our sort of inability to accept that something is not going our way, and just being hopeful that it would reverse and go up again. I think the institutions rely on that from retail traders to sort of to wreck them, basically. They do it really quickly. They reverse it really quickly so that you just sat there looking like a deer in headlights. Just what the fuck just happened? What is happening? How is this possible? That's what they rely on, and that's why I try to tell myself if I see a bear bar closing on its low and the market's now trading below, yeah, I have to react to that. I have to react, even if it goes back up from there. I have to react because even if it goes back up and I would have been okay, yeah. I just have to make it difficult for the market to take money away from me. When I had first thought about this, that I have to make it as difficult as possible for the market to take money away from me, I had the idea of trading really small and using extremely wide stops. Like, for example, I would put 0.5 and, I might buy it here, something, and then I would use a stop loss that is extremely wide, like this, like way below the low of the day. And I would just tell myself, like, okay, if they want to fucking stop me out of this position, they're gonna have to do something really extreme and big. So yeah, if you use a really wide stop, it's really difficult to get stopped out. But what sometimes happens to me in those situations is I would start going into a losing position and I would just watch it and watch it and watch it for 2 hours. I'd just be watching it go against me for like 2 hours. I'm just like, no, they're not going to stop me. I'm not going to get out. I'm not getting out. I'm just going to hold. And eventually the market will stop me out like 2 hours later. And then I'd just be sat there thinking, you fucking idiot. Why are you so stubborn not to get stopped out? Not to stop yourself out and just press sell and make money on the way down instead of losing money. So then I sort of landed on scalping the 2 minute time frame and just trying to react to that. I've tried so many different methods of trading, but this seems to work the best for me. Not always perfect, sometimes really difficult days like this. Far from perfect, but it's where I seem to make the most in trading. I think partly because I use really tight stops, so I'm never caught out by big moves against me. Like I never get into big drawdown because I just get stopped out. My stop is so tight, so I need to have really precise entries, but I never get into situations where I'm stuck in a huge losing position and I'm just fucking unable to get out. It just hits my stop and then I kind of hit the reset button and I'm like, okay, well now it's going down and maybe I should sell instead. So yeah, this method works the best for me. Wow, it's just such a sick day in the Nikkei. What a sick trading day. What a sick day this is. Everything is overlapping. The market is still trading in the range of the first 15-minute bar. Honestly, this just makes me want to just be done for the day because I really don't want to sit here in a market that is a low probability market. It's a low probability day. Everything that looks bullish gets sold. Everything that looks bearish gets bought. So here, bull bar 1, sold. Bear bar 2 and 3, bought. This bull bar, immediately sold. This bear bar, immediately bought. This new high, immediately sold into. A second leg down, immediately bought. 3 bull bars in a row, immediately getting sold. This is a low probability day, in my opinion, when nothing seems to be getting any follow through. And the market is still trading in the range of bar 1 on the 5-minute chart. Look at this. It's not gone anywhere, this market. I think this is a sort of day where you can make a huge disaster for yourself for no reason. And it could just frustrate you to no end if you just can't accept the fact that it's a trading range. And it's just a low probability day. Yesterday was a high probability day. If you sort of had the acumen to trade this day and just be like, yep, okay, so it's trying to go higher, push down, another attempt to go higher, fails to make a new high and gets a bear bar close down here. And you go, okay, that is a double top lower high and a bear bar closing below these lows of all these bars. That is a sell signal. And if you can sell that and you get a bear bar follow through and sell it again and you get another bear bar follow through and sell it again, and get another bear bar follow through and sell it again, 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 until you get a bull bar. And so maybe you put your stops above that. If you put your stops above that a little bit, you still would have been okay, and you would have gotten more down. And maybe you get stopped out above a bull bar, like here, or here, above this one maybe. That is a high probability day, where you can just keep piling on the risk. But I think a day like this is just a recipe for disaster, if you try to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'm just gonna be happy that I made something on the day and come back tomorrow. Stronger, better. Yeah, better. I think I'm doing alright for the week. I think I'm up about 5%, just under 5%, so still optimistic. Anyway, okay, done for the day.